Thanks for staying tuned. I'm Colin Abrams with the HGP SPORTSCAST. Celebrating 70 years of track and field in Guyana and 100 years of organized track and field in South America, the Athletics Association of Guyana will be hosting a weekend of activities to celebrate the milestones. Here's more in this report. The weekend of activities begin on Sunday, November 6, at the Humaniana with an exhibition of some of the achievements of Ghanaia's athletes. Laverne Fraser, an executive of the AAG, said,
"The Athletics Association of Guyana is taking the opportunity to recognize all those Guyanese sportsmen and women who would have taken time and committed to ensure that athletics can be recognized as a sport here in Guyana and to represent Guyana internationally. On Saturday, there will be an exhibition which will be launched at the Humaniana. It's scheduled to start at 10 a.m. And that exhibition will give all those persons who we hope will take the time to come to see and to be involved in some of the things that happened over the 70 years of organized athletics in Guyana."
Also on Saturday evening, there will be a cocktail reception and award ceremony to show appreciation to athletes for their contributions to sports in Guyana.
First time in the history of athletics in this country that we will honor those who have been outstanding for Guyana. Because in life, this word gratitude is not something that people take kindly. They take all that you could offer them and they forget what has happened there before.
Bridge Pavasnath will also be a speaker on the history of sports in Guyana and South America at this weekend's event. Pavasnath spoke on the strides Guyana has made through the years.
I took the responsibility of going through every single scorecard. Right? Every medal winner for Guyana at the international level. I started with the Olympics, World Championships, the Pan American Games, the Central American Games, the South American Games, the Commonwealth Games, the Carifta Games, the South American Youth Championships, the South American Junior Championships, the World Youth Championships, the World Junior Championships, every one of them. And out of that list of all the medal winners, and I have the comprehensive list of every single medal winner of Guyana at those levels. It took me 3 weeks of sleepless nights and days, also covering the 50 overs cricket and monitoring 2 matches. So it's a lot of work. And my wife asking me why I'm doing this. My children is asking me why are you doing this? I said, I'm not doing it for me. I'm doing it for all the athletes in Guyana for the last 70 years.
The celebration continues on Sunday morning with the second leg of the South American 10K race. The AAG encouraged all persons who are lovers of athletics in Guyana to come out and show their support for these athletes. Cleveland Ford, who just returned triumphant in the first round of the South American 10K, said he is ready for this weekend's activities.
Well, I'm prepared and ready for Sunday, just like the other athletes. We had a chat about it in Suriname, the three of us, myself, Messinga, and Thomas, and it's going to be interesting. It's going to be, I think it's going to be another tough and close race. So let's see how it goes. Right now it's very competitive. That is good. Everyone is motivated. So it's good for sports. So we hope that this will also help in later on better times.
President of the AAG explains the route for the 10K race.
The route for Sunday, it's the same route that we used last year. We start at the GT&T Earth Station, and we go east to up the East Coast Highway, Rupert Craig Highway, to University of Guyana. We make the U-turn at University of Guyana, and we come down back the Southern Carriageway into Public Road Kitty. They make the S-turn into Public Road Kitty. And then we make the left onto JB. We go into the roundabout and make the left onto JB Lachman Singh Road, which is the one-way opposite for St. John coming out of Georgetown. And we make the right into Thomas Lands and another right into the National Park, ending at the Children Monument. One note of caution is that only race vehicles will be allowed on the route, or official designated race vehicles, like there'll be a vehicle for the media. We've gotten the support of the Guyana Police Force and the government of Guyana to close the entire route to all vehicular traffic, and that includes bicycles, for a smooth event. And so we are hoping that the fans would respect, they can come to the start of the race, and if they can strategically, if they want to see intermittent parts of the race, they can use other routes to get to those junctions where they can stand up and observe, but they would not be permitted to drive on the route until the race is over. But for me, the key, come for the start, take a nice leisurely walk over to the national park, and you'll be able to see a grand finish.
For persons who are unable to attend the event on Sunday, there will be a live broadcast on NCN 100.1 Vibes FM giving commentary on the race. Colwyn Abrams, HGP Sports. Several recreational fields in hinterland communities benefited from the National Sports Commission's Light It Up campaign during a visit to the areas by the Director of Sport over the weekend, in response to claims made by the communities about the fields not being fit to play during the evenings. The Director of Sport took the opportunity last weekend to hand over the first of 13 field lamps to representatives of the communities. The villages who received the lights were Cotton Tree in Region 5, Matthews Ridge, Arakaka, and Port Kaituma, Region 1, and Liverpool, Region 6. As part of the project, there will also be enhancement to grounds in the areas. And moving over to hockey, GCC clinched a win over Supernova, and Woodpecker Hikers stole a win from Bingo Spartans in the GTT National Indoor Hockey Championships Tuesday night at the Cliff Anderson Sports Hall. Stanford Howard has the details.
Bounty GCC in their men's first division match against the inexperienced Supernova. After some well-fought opening minutes, GCC began to wear on the structure of Supernova's side and found their way through a few goal-scoring opportunities. GCC finally got their breakthrough and the first goal of the match through a converted penalty stroke by Kevin Spencer. In the final minute of the first half, Warren Williams capitalized on GCC defense mix-up to draw the game even, although the GCC had the greater possession and more opportunities. Supernova fought to the end but could not avoid conceding the victory when Kareem McKenzie hammered home the game winner for GCC in the 24th minute for a 2-1 win. The Woodpecker Hikers went up against Bingo Spartans Women's in the first division. The experienced Hikers came through a hard-fought battle to seal a 2-1 victory in the closing minutes. While the Hikers appeared the stronger side and create more opportunities, the youthful Spartans were more competitive than expected and came close to drawing the match when Sarah Kaluski penalty corner strike in the second half rattled the uprights. Hikers captain Nicole Eastman opened the Hikers account in the 14th minute with a penalty corner, flick high onto the right side of the Spartans' net. Abasodi Cadogan managed to draw level for the Spartans 2 minutes later, but it was Chung goal 3 minutes from full-time secured a 2-1 win for the Woodpecker Hikers. Other results for the remaining rest of the matches saw Vintage GCC cruised to a 7-1 victory over Antonio's Hikers in their first over 35 match. GBTI GCC Spice gave Bingo Spartans their second loss of the night by 3-1. In the men's second division match, the SHC Silencers edged past Phoenix by 2-1, while the Hikers Cadets and Old Forts Rogue battled to a 2-all draw. Reporting for the HGP Sportscast, I am Stanford Howard.
In keeping with their corporate social responsibility, Cricket West Indies hosted their first ever Mothers and Daughters Cricket in Guyana on Saturday, October 27, 2018, at the St. Stanislaus College ground on Carfesta Avenue. According to CWI Senior Project Officer KJ Singh, Mothers and Daughters Cricket, which is an International Cricket Council global initiative that promotes females in cricket, is running on the backdrop of this year's Women's World T20, which begins on November 9 at Providence, Guyana. The approximately 2-hour-long event attracted just over 60 participants who were exposed to coaching in batting, bowling, wicket-keeping, and general field drills from experienced local coaches. There were also Zumba sessions for warm-up and cool-down, which seemed to be the big hit as well. It was the first ever MAD event in Guyana, but came just 1 week after the initial rollout, which took place in Antigua on October 20, that attracted approximately 100 participants. St. Lucia, Guyana, and Antigua will also host Women's World T20 matches and will have their MAD event on November 3, in keeping with ICC and CWI's mandate to have participation in all 3 Women's World T20 host venues. And finally, Essequibo triumphed over East Coast and West Berbice trounced Georgetown in the second round of the 2018 GCB Female Franchise Under-17 Secondary Schools T20 tournament. Stanford Howard has the details.
In the encounter between Georgetown and West Berbice, which was played at the DCC ground, West Berbice won the toss and decided to field. Georgetown scored a well-composed 98 for 9 off their allotted 20 overs, with Emelisa White top scoring with 22, while Alicia Clark's 12 and Nia Singh's 13 helped set up the target. Renata Liverpool grabbed the bull by the horn when she grabbed 4 for 7, while Tia Isaac supported her with 2 for 13. West Berbice, in response, maintained control of the game as they comfortably attained their victory target of 99 for 5 off 10 overs, with Tamika Solomon top scoring with 24. Also contributing was Tia Isaacs, who scored 22. West Berbice took the victory by 5 wickets. At the Enterprise Ground, we saw East Coast winning the toss and choosing to bat first, posting 93 for 8 in their 20 overs. National Under-19 player Sarah Amit top scored with 18. In reply, Essequibo blazed to their total, scoring 94 for 5 from 10.4 overs, with Lisa Clark top scoring with 20, and support was gained from Lavina Ragabir with 15 not out. Bowling for East Coast, Talia Madaramadutu grabbed 2 for 24. Essequibo won by 5 wickets. In the other results for the remaining matches, Lower Quarantine won by 45 runs over West Demerara, and East Bank defeated Upper Quarantine by 36 runs. The third round of the GCB Females Franchise Under-17 Secondary School T20 League will continue on Thursday, 1st of November 2018, with matches at Enterprise and Bushlot Ground. Matches start from 900 hours. Reporting for the HGP Sportscast, I am Stanford Howard.
Thank you, Stanford. And that is the end of our Sportscast for today. Remember, if your dream is big enough, the facts don't matter. Goodbye.